that a picture of?
Oh, sorry. I didn't know we were on air.
That's okay.
It's a giant snail. Is it from Africa? Isn't it cute?
It is cute.
I want to hold it.
Wow.
It doesn't look slimy or anything.
I love that.
Put that away. I'll put on my headphones. Oh, I forgot to spit out my gum.
And you forgot to put your headphones on.
Okay, hold on. Can you just introduce the show while I spit out my gum?
Why don't you just stick the gum under the table?
I don't do that. Hang on. I'll find an old piece of paper.
Here, I got a piece of paper.
Okay.
Here.
Oh, God.
Here, is that big enough?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a little gum.
There you go.
Ugh. Oh, God. I thought I had a spider on me, but it was just some black Sharpie.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, last week I thought I was recording, and I wasn't.
Oh, yeah. What happened with that? Oh, can you turn me up?
Wasn't.
I can't hear anything.
Yep. Let's
Thanks.
see which.
No, it's the screwy button, remember, on the console.
Which one? No, that, I think.
I think it's that.
Is it that? How about that?
No.
Is that better?
No.
Okay.
No. All right.
It's here.
Okay.
Which one is it? Is this one?
I don't know. I'll introduce the show while you're doing that. Oh, I can. Yeah.
How's that?
Good. You guys have found 11th Hour Radio, coming to you live from Royalton Community Radio, WFVRLP 96.5. Christina Stikos and Emily Howe. What else? We'd like to thank our sponsors and underwriters.
Yeah, let's do it.
You start.
We'd like to thank Rivendell Restoration.
And we're not promoting them. We're not promoting anybody today.
Yeah, screw that. I tried last week. Not this week.
No, we just
The
can't
FCC
do
has
anything
strict rules about what you can say and what you can't say, so I'm just going to keep it short
Restoration,
and sweet.
Howvale Farms, Tunbridge Grease Collective.
Don't say
Mountain Folk. Sorry. Oh, now I want to say now.
You can say it. I was just kidding.
No,
I like the
I
word.
forgot Five Old Tavern and Grill.
The word
Did I say Howvale Farms already? Oh, I just itched my ear and the sound went off a little. That's weird. Maybe it's an ear problem.
The whole acoustical space sounds very multi-dimensional today.
Kinda.
I don't know what that's about. It just sounds a little bit different, unless my head is different. Am I in a different head space?
It's a really high pollen count today. Maybe that has something to do with it.
Possibly.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, hi.
Hi, Christina.
Hi, it's good to see you.
I know. I missed you all week.
Yeah, it was a big frickin' week.
It was a big frickin' week.
Stuff happening out of the blue.
Yeah.
The big blue sky just got bluer.
It did. And things are blooming.
Exploding.
Does the ceiling always look like that in here?
See, everything's different today. I think we're moving from. Remember, I was telling you about.
Oh, really? Is that a new ceiling? No, it's not. I mean, those are the same light fixtures and the same.
Wait, did you hear what I was saying?
Yeah.
No, you weren't.
Yes, you said everything's different. It's like we are, and then I interrupted you.
Wow, you have good recall about what happened. That's exactly what happened. I was about to say that we're moving from 3D to 5D, so it's a dimensional shift, and it happens in acoustical space as well as physical space.
I have got to stop this interrupting habit. I'm a freaking grown adult.
That's
for
great
God's
that
sake.
you manage it so accurately. You don't stop it. You just manage it perfectly.
I don't manage it perfectly. It's rude as hell. I gotta stop it.
I love you.
I love you too. I'm glad you put up with me.
Yeah, I think it's keeps my life interesting to have to barge back in and say, wait, listen to what I had to say. It's good practice for asserting myself.
It is good,
right?
It's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
You should probably interrupt me more because I probably need that practice too.
I actually do.
I've never noticed you. You don't interrupt the way I interrupt.
Maybe my style is different. I'm more crafty about how
You gotta be pretty crafty.
I have to derail you in a much more subtle way.
I just realized I'm so filthy. I'm so sorry. I come into this radio station every Friday, and Courtney is always all dolled up in
because she has to go to work,
pink things, and she's all fancy, and her hair is curled and combed.
She has a real job.
I know.
We don't have a real job.
And I'm wearing John's t-shirt that I slept in, which hangs out underneath my sweatshirt, and then one of my children's puffy down vests, and some Carhartts that have lots of paint smears all over them, and some poopy hiking boots.
Thanks for that little rundown.
Just wanted to give you the fashion.
Yeah.
The fashion trend.
I like to get the details. Details make it really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to turn you up in my headphones. There.
Okay.
That's nice. I love to get it like really present and crisp. Sounds very crisp. My recording never sounds crisp. I have to add EQ. I have to EQ it when I go home.
That's the crisp filter.
Equalization, so it just sounds more crisp.
Crisp, like a Fiji apple. Is it a Fuji or a Fiji? Fiji's the place,
It's a Gala.
right?
It's a Gala.
Gala is pretty good. Honey Crisp, those are pretty good.
I was invited to a Gala. A Gala? How do you say it? A gala.
Gala.
Do you say gala? I never knew how to say the word.
I think.
Gala.
Which one are you invited to?
I'm invited to this one in New York for the UCross Foundation, which is kind of interesting because, it's like super rich people and
We're invited to a lot of them because of John, but we don't go to any really.
Gala.
I think you can say it any way you want.
No, you can't. There's a proper way.
Well,
you can't say...
I don't know exactly what that way is.
You just convinced me.
I have heard both ways, though.
You've heard gala?
Gala. I think so.
We need to be corrected. If anybody knows how to say it, tell us.
It's hard, though, because we live in a rural area, so half the time, most everyone we know is pronouncing something wrong, so we can't really trust them either.
Paul would know. I'm going to trust him.
All right.
He goes to good, high-quality sources. So, you learn who actually is, got a half a brain.
It's true.
Unlike us. But we try hard to at least have a half when we come here. We have to have a half. You sort of have to have a half and a not a half to do this show.
Right, because the other one has to fill in the blanks.
Yeah, and you need to be able to sort of be open to making those synapsual connections that can only occur.
Synapsual, here's a word.
Yeah, you don't want to be too rigid. So.
Oh, God. Yeah. I can't get up at 5 o'clock anymore. This is ridiculous. There are people that get up at that time, like all the time. I don't like mornings, really.
I like them. I just stay up too late.
Yeah.
So I'd like to get up early, but that means you can't stay up till 1 a.m, like chit-chatting.
I don't like getting up early, but I have been this week because I've got so much to do. I just don't. That number 5 is just...
Number 5? Oh,
5
a.m.
a.m. It's just, I don't like it. I don't like waking up then. It's yuck.
Yeah, that's like Ariel's number. She gets up to milk goats. So she came back from Boston to milk her goats.
I was so curious about that. I was like, wait a minute. Wait. Can her kids milk the goats? They didn't go, did they? But they probably didn't stay home alone either, did they?
Her mom came. Crystal came and stayed with the kids, but the kids the kids don't milk goats, I don't believe.
Well, why? They could totally milk goats. Ariel, you should make your kids milk goats sometimes.
I think that would just add insult to injury. I think
they're teenage boys, right?
They're
Forget
14-year-old teenage boys.
They already probably want to
Yeah, I think one of them will probably decide that they like to milk goats when they're about 18.
Yeah.
It'll be too late then. She won't really need the help.
I'm also experiencing the teenage boyness. Although mine is, he's okay. Occasionally he's really, really, really bad. But most of the time he's pretty okay.
Yeah, well, he's got a man around the house, which helps. Like having two parents makes a big difference in sort of supporting kids to do the right thing. Yeah. It's really hard to be a single parent.
But I get that teenageness though. He does apologize later. Like he realizes that he was horrid, and usually when I'm tucking them in, he'll hug me longer and say, "I'm really sorry, I was being that way." Like he knows he's doing it, but it doesn't make it any better at the moment when he's just being cruel and sarcastic and cutting and just like super nasty to you, like you're the worst mother in the world.
But he apologizes.
Yeah, but huge. It takes a long time. It takes until bedtime.
That's not a long time.
Well, it is when you got to deal with his mood and sulking and like
it can take
sarcastic little quips all day long.
It can take people years to apologize.
I know.
You're talking about a day?
I usually try to throw in some guilt trip, like I birthed you and it hurt a lot. And I don't think you need to say that to somebody who just spent all this pain and energy pushing you out of my...
Yeah. That's a good way to sort of change the subject and like rub it in their face.
I think it just grosses him out, so it like kind of...
Yeah. So it shifts the mind space, because sometimes you just need to make a shift of your
right. He's less
focus.
awful if he's grossed out by me than he is if he's just mad at me.
That's a fantastic strategy. I like that a lot.
Good.
Yeah. So I guess I'm not going to go to the gala because what happens is they put, I was an artist in residence at UCross a number of years ago. So they invite you to the gala, which is at Lincoln Center in New York. And they put two UCross artists at a table with rich people, basically.
Ooh, that sounds weird.
So, the rich people, the cheapest ticket to the gala is $2,000, and it goes up from there to $50,000. And
50? Did you say 50?
I said 50, and I mean 50. Yeah, 50 per.
I would feel awful if I was the artist. I would feel like I would have to do like $50,000 worth of entertainment at my table.
Well, then I thought,
and I don't have that in me.
I just wondered, do the artists get in free? And I had to look. I had to search on the website for the event, and finally I discovered that the artists have to pay $250. But that was really looking like a good deal after,
no kidding.
Realizing that everybody else was paying like $2,000 or more. So
they're feeding you something amazing.
Would you do it for $250?
Would I?
$250?
No, I'm not going
to sit at a table with rich people who might. I can
sit at a table with rich people for free.
They might. How?
Because
how can you do that?
There's rich people.
I can't.
You can invite one over for dinner. They probably would come.
Like who? I don't have.
Christina, there are rich people that we know. They're all around. They're just kind of hiding.
Okay, I guess you're right. We do have some friends who.
It's fine, but yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah, but a whole table of them.
I don't want to go sit at a whole table full of them.
Well, that was kind of my question. Like, would that be fun?
Like, they're fine individually. I don't want like packs of them. Like, it's like dogs.
Yeah. No, they're not like dogs.
Well, most dogs are nice individually, and then you put them in a pack, and then they go and chase and kill deer and things. So,
not always. That's a gross generalization.
Have you
ever seen like those dog sitters that take like? I saw.
They're on leashes. There's no dogs in this. There's no deer for them to chase and kill in the city.
You are so wrong. You are so wrong. I've seen these people that take care of animals like on big ranches, and they have packs of like hundreds of, maybe tens of dogs. Like what do you call them? Decades. Well,
I think they're contained,
like a 10?
Kind of somehow.
Like 10, 20, 30 dogs.
A pack.
Yeah, but they're all wagging their tails. And
a brace of dogs.
They're having fun together.
Yeah, but they're probably in a fence or something. They're probably supervised at least.
Well, so these rich people are supervised at this gala. They know how to behave, and they sit at the table with the two artists. Well, and if I paid my $250, I could go and sit at the table.
They're just going to grill you about why you don't have a real job.
No, they're not.
Wait, do they pay? They're the people who support this.
Yeah.
Residency. Okay, then they somehow approve of it, so they're not going to ask you that.
Annie Prue's going to be there. She's going to get an award. I don't really like her writing personally, but I guess a lot of people do.
Yeah.
I think it's too bleak for me.
I can't. I'm not pulling anything up right now, which is ridiculous. I read so much.
Shipping news.
Oh yes. Okay. Right.
Yeah. Don't you think it's kind of bleak?
Yeah.
It's so full of craft in a way that just doesn't I can't feel it.
And they weren't even able to pep it up in the movie version of it either. I liked the book better than the movie, but I felt though the book gave you a little hope and the movie did not. But whatever. Okay, sorry.
I like art that has hope in it.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm not really into art that doesn't have hope in it.
No. I'm also not into art that's like clowns.
What? That's not art. That's fake art.
I mean like people like to
clown
draw
paintings?
Clowns. Yeah.
On velvet?
No.
That's not art.
I don't like those either, but I don't like clowns.
My first husband had the velvet clown photo. I almost didn't get married because of it.
Ugh. Do you think he was just trying to be all like?
No, he liked them. He was low class.
Hipstery though.
No, there weren't hipsters yet. It was pre-hipster.
Right, but he was trying to be like ironic. Right?
No, he was not trying to be ironic. He actually liked them. He was low class. But it's okay. I mean,
all right.
He was
clowns
smart,
and velvet.
but he was smart.
That's
I mean,
you can be Elvis or tigers.
What?
I'm just saying that clowns on velvet like rank way. worse than
Well,
like
what would
clown.
you? What
I mean,
would
Elvis on Velvet,
yeah, but if you were
tigers.
hold on.
Okay.
If you were in love, and the guy that you were in love with had a clown painting on velvet, what would you do? It's a hard situation. If you've never been in it, you don't know what you would do.
I was just talking the other day to John about. I know several couples who are the exact opposite political beliefs, and I cannot figure out how they function together as a couple. And that's kind of close to that, Christina.
Yeah,
It's really close.
it was tough for me.
It's like I won't even say it.
Breath.
Okay, let it out.
No, say it. What were you going to say?
No, I was going to delve
were you
into
gonna say?
politics, and we try not to do that too much on this show,
see.
so I won't.
All right.
I was going to compare it.
Yeah, we'll do all our politic talking off air.
Yeah.
Because we have a lot of opinions, but we don't air them here.
Right. Although you probably all know what our opinions are.
Probably. Well, maybe.
Well,
because we do talk about the ET, stuff
What?
a little bit here. Extraterrestrials.
What does that have to do with politics?
A lot. Don't you think? Some of the
I hate space. I don't hate it for
You
political
always
reasons.
say
Really.
that. You always say you hate space.
Although it is a
but if you
waste of money.
you're going to have to face up to the ET presence on the planet at some point, right?
no, I think I'm just gonna remain in denial. I actually coached my youngest child, on how to be in denial the other day because we watched this movie, which they've been asking to watch for ages, but I didn't let them watch it yet because it was PG-13. And finally I was like, oh, I think it's okay now. Because it's one that our friend Rusty is in, and it's called Black Dog. And there's a scene where I think it's an urban legend, or it's not urban, but there's a myth among truck drivers that if you get really, really tired when you're driving long distances, you start to fall asleep, you hallucinate, and then you see a black dog. Like right before you crash, like the black dog comes out of the night and jumps at your...
Really?
Yeah. And after we get done, and it scared... That was the only part of the movie that scared Ira. It was mostly otherwise just truck chases and people shooting out of windows.
Flying back.
But that part really scared Ira. He was like, is there a real black dog, Mom?
You know what?
What?
That's like as bad as flying monkeys as far as I'm concerned.
Oh my God, I can't believe you mentioned that.
Yeah, I did. I had to.
Anyway, so we went on the internet to look up to see if this was a true myth or one that was just made up for this movie. Mm-hmm. And I guess it's a true myth. And that made Ira really upset because he doesn't want there to be some sort of supernatural black dog that everybody sees. And so I just coached him on how to be in denial about it. It's fine. But the flying monkeys, I have to chaperone the Tunbridge Central School semi-formal tonight, and the theme is Wizard of Oz, and all the chaperones have to dress up like the themes. And I wanted to be the flying monkey, but somebody already took that, so now I have to be a witch.
Wait a minute, there's more than one flying monkey.
Yeah, but they want to get all the characters covered, and they don't want to waste 2 chaperones on flying monkeys, so there's only one flying monkey.
Dang, sorry.
And I don't think they wanted us to look different. Like my version of a flying monkey might be different from this other person's
those
flying
little
monkey.
hats.
Yeah.
That's the best part. The little
They're
hats.
like Shriners.
Yeah. I know. They're like clowns.
What is with those little hats?
Emily, the connection between the hats on the flying monkeys, the Shriners, and the clowns who ride on golf carts.
No.
You know what I mean?
Clowns don't ride on golf carts.
Yes, they do.
No, they have a clown car, which is very enclosed.
It's the same thing.
They park it over a little hole in the floor, and that's why so many clowns come out.
What?
Yeah, the clown car.
You know too much about this.
Well, you have to know about, keep your enemies close,
not. No,
Christina.
I will
You got to know their tricks.
I'm in denial about clowns, I'll tell you.
I don't get how you don't like clowns when you love mimes. You are a mime, so
you always bring
it's like
that up
the same exact thing.
It's like
practically.
a slap in the face.
It's creepy things with face paint.
You don't understand.
And flowers.
I kept my face paint. I kept my face paint for years.
Oh,
I don't know what finally compelled me to throw
Ebola
it away
or something.
Oh man.
No, wait. Ebola is.
It's Ebola, not Ebola.
Whatever. Sorry, I was thinking of.
Your son's name is Eli.
Thinking of what's the other thing? No, not Giardia. E. coli. I was thinking of E. coli.
Oh, you mixed
E. coli and E. coli. Ebola and E. coli. There. Is Ebola the meningitis-y fever one?
I have a spelling challenge.
Okay. Is it Ebola? Because I don't know how. Ebola.
And I'm really...
Now I don't even know which it is.
I want you to...
Oh, my God.
I want you to do... Oh, this is hard to do the spelling challenge because I was going to spell it for you, and then you were going to say it. So it's a reverse spelling challenge.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, so I'm going to spell it.
Wait.
And I think I'm spelling it correctly, I hope.
The last 2 pages of my notebook are falling out.
Sorry.
Oh, God. Okay, go.
ASSUAGE. Ah! It's hard.
I
Go ahead.
No, I don't. I can't.
Yes, you can.
I've had this trouble before. I remember saying it, and John said you're saying it wrong or something.
Yes, we can. Just say no to drugs. Just say yes to
Assuage?
ASSU.
Assuage?
Yes, that's good.
Okay.
That's good. Stick with that. Because the reason I brought this up, because we're talking about galas and galas, right?
Yeah.
And I had a friend who would always say this word, a sewage. And I told him that he had learned this incorrectly, and he would not change. Wouldn't you be concerned about...
Wait, here, you write this one down and tell me how to say it.
Okay.
SLOUGH.
Slough. Slow. I don't know. It's like, is it like Play-Doh or is it like?
I've been calling it slew, but I don't know.
Slew. I didn't think of that one.
Well,
What
okay,
is
it's
it?
in Little House on the Prairie. There, I was talking about the big SLOUGH. It's like a big swamp that's kind of near their house where it grows grass that's as tall as jungles.
Oh.
But it's like, is it slough?
Maybe you
Or
should look
slew?
at. Maybe you should look.
John
it up.
says he thinks it's slew.
You should
but
look
I
it
don't.
up in the Anne of Green Gables dictionary.
It's not Anne of Green Gables.
Yeah, but it's
Little House
it's
on the
similar. I know, but they're somehow connected.
Okay.
There's always a connection, like between the flying dogs and the what's the other
Flying monkeys?
harbinger? The
What?
flying monkeys. There are these incredible connections that we can make between things.
Speaking of these, did you see the Yanni and Laurel thing on line? Did you listen to it?
No, I just
was
couldn't,
curious
because everybody was doing it. So whenever everybody's doing something,
you're
I
a
don't
sound
want to do
technician,
it.
so you probably understand like the way that some people hear the lower tones and some people hear the higher tones.
Oh, is that what it's about?
Yeah, and everyone thinks,
Oh.
"Oh no, this is some sort of hoax. They just switch it every time you click on it or whatever."
It's
But
like
different people hear different things.
Oh, I'll try it then. I don't know. That's kind of cool.
Oh, I want to play it over the radio and see what happens
Okay,
when we
then
read
we
it
have
back
to play
us.
a track of music because
Okay,
we're
hold on
kind
a
of
second.
running behind.
It's right close to us here, so I won't take too long. But when we played it the first time, John, Eli, and I all heard it say Yanni. And Ira heard it say Laurel. When we played it the second time, I could hear Laurel as well. Okay, I'm going to play it. Hold on a second.
The train's coming at the same time.
For God's sake.
If that isn't synchronicity, what is?
Okay, hold on.
Does it say it like right away?
Yeah, hold on.
Laurel. What? Laurel.
Sing Yanni.
What?
Yeah.
There was no...
It's going to go again. Hold on.
It's like disco. With the train whistle, listen to that. This is a mashup.
Come on. Okay, here we go. Oh, never mind. I wasn't going to say it again. But
This is like a special royal...
So you heard Laurel?
Yes, of course. That's what he was saying.
No, he wasn't. He was saying Yanni.
What? No.
Oh, my God.
This is very odd. This is like flying monkeys exponentially, increasing until something happens.
That is so weird. Like, when we all heard this for the first time yesterday or day before yesterday, we got in a huge fight as a family because of this. We were like, Ira, you're lying. It does not. You're just saying that.
It said Laurel again. It's just spontaneously... Laurel.
That's Yanni.
A recent Twitter poll found that 47% of people hear Yanni, while 53% hear Laurel.
I'm in the majority.
Whatever. Why is it still playing?
That's
Sorry.
good. That's got to be a very strange brain thing.
It's-
Maybe some people have like brain disease.
No, because after I read about the thing, it said that you can actually concentrate on
hearing it.
And my sister
way.
Myra had said that she could switch her focus to hear either way.
It's like those,
and then I tried it, and I was able to switch it back and forth in the same listen.
That's like those reverse pictures where you can see this way or that way.
Right.
Yeah.
But
wow,
it was very
That's
neat
psychedelic.
thing. Occasionally, I come across something on the internet that's just kind of cool.
This would not happen in the third dimension. We are obviously segueing quickly, faster than I ever could have dreamed, into the fourth and possibly the fifth dimension. And on that happy note, we're going to play a song. All right.
What are you going to play?
Miracle Mile, of course, by Val McCallum.
All right.
Tries to forgive as he cries, baby, that's a lie. You're out of your rabbit ass mind. We'll be fine. Into the sky we'll climb. Yeah, we'll chase the sun together down that miracle mile. She wakes up in the back row of a plane. Now she's miles above the pain. She smiles and I see the child she used to be. She's made her great escape. She's riding on the seventh wave. The sail is raised. The tailwinds take her away under a golden ray. But we'll be fine. Into the sky we'll climb. Yeah, we'll chase the sun together down that miracle mile. We'll be fine. Into the sky we'll climb. Yeah, we'll chase the sun together. Let our dreams roll on forever down that miracle mile.
Is that thing on? I forgot. Did you ever get that on?
Yeah.
It's blinking.
It's blinking. I think it's on this time.
Sweet.
So, so that was Val. And
so tell me about the concert that you and Ariel just played this week.
Well, we went to Boston. Ariel got invited to play a couple songs at Jackson Brown's show in Boston at the pavilion, what is it called? The Blue Hills Pavilion. So we did it.
Awesome.
I
love the pictures and the videos. You guys look like total legit rock stars.
Well, that's one of the good reasons to do something like that. Even though it's terrifying, you get a good picture out of it. So a picture goes a long way, I'd say.
And my bratty teenager is going to be so excited about the booty you scored for him.
Actually, I'd have the merch now.
Oh, it's fine.
Except that I couldn't fit it because Ariel was going back that night, and I had this one pack I was spending the night. Oh, and I wanted to tell you about what happened. So they gave me a hotel room for
Yeah, I
the
was
night,
laughing at
right?
your description.
I know. So what happened? I guess I already told you this. Is
It's
just
fine.
that.
Say it again.
Well,
It's
the
funny.
thing is that with the on these tours, the band rides in a bus, and they sleep in the buses. Sometimes they get hotel rooms, but the bus drivers always get hotel rooms because they have to sleep during the day and drive all
Through
night.
the night, right.
So the hotel room that they gave me,
I wonder if they see the black dog. Sorry, go.
boy, I'm gonna have to ask about that now to any bus drivers I know or truck drivers. Anyway, so I got the room that the bus driver had stayed in during the day. I got it at night, so it didn't cost them anything.
Right.
And I just, it was kind of a dirty hotel room, but at least it was a roof over my head.
I guess.
I didn't have to, I didn't have to drive.
They should have at least changed the sheets for you, though. When you described dirty bus driver hotel room I got to sleep in, I was like, wow, that sounds delightful.
I know, it's sort of the glamorous life of the rock star.
I read it out loud to John because he was like, what are you laughing at? And I was like, oh, Christina's description of dirty bus driver used hotel room or whatever. And Ira was like, oh, is the dirty bus driver still in it? And I was like, no, stop listening to
Well,
me.
here was the funny thing is that Jackson's tour manager gave me two keys to two different rooms.
Yeah.
Because there were two bus drivers, because Jackson has his own bus and then the band is in the other bus.
Right.
So she hands me the two keys and said, you pick which one you want. So I just took both keys and I decided one was on the 8th floor and one was on the 9th floor. So I went up to the one on the 8th floor just because it was a little bit closer to the ground. I like to be as close to the ground.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, so I went to the 8th floor, and I went in, and the room was kind of disgusting. But I thought, well, should I actually go up and look at the room on the 9th floor and see if it's as bad? Like, it could be worse.
True.
Or it might be. But I was so tired. It was, 1 in the morning or something. So I just said, you know what? Just go find the side of the bed where the bus driver did not sleep, and just go over there and just crawl in and go to sleep. You're going to be fine.
Okay.
And I was fine.
Great.
What's the little cooties? We're also like, I don't know. I don't know.
I probably would have put the top sheet down, flipped the pillow over, and then gone under the comforter.
And I just went extremely to the left side. He looked like he'd been on the right side, because most people lie in bed and they look up at the big TV thing.
Right.
So I went on the side with the TV because I wasn't watching TV. And I just kind of slipped in just about a foot in. I can sleep in a very confined space.
Wow.
So I slipped in, and it was fine. I got up at 5:30 and left.
Nice.
So that's the way to do it. That is the way to do it.
Dirty bus driver hotel bedrooms.
Yeah.
5 stars.
Yeah, so I took my I took my cough drops. I took my gum. I thought that was how I was going to manage my nerves if I got nervous.
Yeah. Cough drops help you manage your nerves.
Yeah, it's just something to do.
Something to rattle around in your teeth.
Eat a cough drop.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it was kind of cool,
It was wicked cool.
Jackson gave me a guitar to play,
Cool.
and he adjusted the strap for me.
Excellent.
So I felt like this is it. I've reached the pinnacle. This is it. It's like a downward slide from here. So
Oh, my goodness.
anyway, it's okay. It's all right. Just do what you got to do.
Are you going right home after this, or are you going to work?
Well, I'm going to work at home.
Oh, okay.
But why? I can do anything.
Oh, no. Just in case you see me dead on the road on the way home, because the car kept stalling on the way here. So just in case I'm dead on the road.
Oh,
I
my
would
car.
just need you to pick me up.
Yeah, I didn't think my car was going to make it to Boston. It's making really funny
God.
noises. So I got off on, I went to Lebanon, New Hampshire, and I got off and took some back roads because I'd rather, for some reason, I feel more
me too.
comfortable.
I don't want to break down on the highway.
Yeah.
That's where all the creepies go by.
Exactly. So I'd rather break down in the middle of nowhere
Yep, me
in
too.
some, pucker brush.
Yep.
Because people are nice out there. So, but the car made it. Route 4 is
amazing.
nice down from Lebanon.
The Route 4 is nice.
It's really pretty. There's nobody out
Yeah.
there.
My
But
cars either will stall on the way home or possibly the whole back end will fall off. I'm not sure.
okay, I can follow you.
You
Would
don't
that
have to
be
follow
good?
closely. Like, you can go do your errands or whatever, and then just as long as you come along at some point in the next couple hours.
Yeah, I have to get coffee.
Yeah,
I don't
totally
eat
fine.
very much anymore. I just eat some pasta and some oatmeal in the morning.
You should eat more.
No, I don't need to eat more. I think I eat the right amount. It's
kind of thin, though.
No, I'm just okay. I'm fine. I want to tell you about the accident that I had.
You have to start slipping that, like, fatten the babies up
No,
stuff into your tea.
No, I'm super flabby.
You're not.
Yeah, I do. I have to.
You're crazy.
I have to get out and do some.
Your brain is flabby, apparently. If that's what you think.
Well, let me tell you about this
'Kay.
this spectacular accident that I had. Obviously, I'm fine. Right, so don't get
You had a spectacular
worried.
accident?
I did. I mean, it was spectacular because it was so ingenious. Like, if God was having a creative day and thought up just the right kind of interesting accident to put me in the middle of. So I'm cutting down saplings. I believe they're called buckthorn. They have huge thorns that come out, like 3-inch thorns.
Yes.
And I had this whole area that was
don't like
filled
those.
with. I don't really like them either. So I decided, because they were impeding on my rose bushes. So I started cutting them down, and I was dragging them out into the woods. And I had this big pile of buckthorn, and I was kind of trying to prune down the pile just so it would sit better and sit lower in the woods. And lo and behold, I have my old sneakers on, and I step down, and one of those freaking thorns comes through my sneaker into my foot. And so I immediately sit down to kind of assess the situation, and it hurts like anything. And it broke off. So it broke off. This is the creative part. It broke off, so I couldn't pull it out from the outside. So I had to somehow get my foot out of the sneaker.
Oh, that's impossible.
And the thing is, I'm impaled on the thorn.
Right.
Isn't that, like, amazing?
I think I would have... Those are your really old sneakers. I think I would have sawed my sneaker off at that point.
You know, I think it just adrenaline kicked in, and I just wanted to get
Ripped
the
it
darn
off.
sneaker off, and it didn't matter what it did to my
Did you
foot.
unlace it all the way? Because then
I
you
did.
can lift your foot more up instead of sliding it.
I was sort of halfway patient with it and
Wow.
pulled it out. But so I did finally get my foot out, and I heard the thorn sort of break.
Snap. Ugh.
And then I figure, well, I've got a big piece of it in my toe. So I went inside, and I started to soak it. And I really could not find the thorn in my foot. Theoretically, it should be in there. I couldn't figure out, like, where it would have gone. So that maybe God also removed the thorn. It was a miraculous event. That's why I played
Wow.
that song, Miracle Mile.
You're going to start, like, bleeding out of your eyes soon and have
No.
stigmata up here on your
No, I think I'll
hands.
pass.
Is that what it's called?
Stigmata.
Stigmata?
There is such a thing as that.
That's the one you bleed on your palms and feet, right? Or leak olive oil or something out of your eyes.
You know,
like
for somebody
Virgin
who's
Mary
not
statues.
religious, you know,
I just know. I just watch a
stuff.
lot of. I used to watch a lot of like Ripley's Believe It or Not or something. So
Yeah. So flying dogs and stigmata and ricotta.
I didn't say I believed in the flying dog exactly, but
Yeah, but it looms large in your imagination, which is almost the same thing as believing
I
in
suppose.
it. Because then it comes involuntarily.
I hate when you get your own head hair like packed inside your ear and then it's itching you.
You
Ever
don't
done
have
that?
to say head hair. That's redundant. It's just hair.
Well, I don't want to say I don't like when I get hair packed in my ears because that could be anything. It could be maybe I have just really hairy ears or something, or like
You do have a great
Hair.
imagination. I think
just think I have
sometimes
to
it's
say
a little
head hair.
overactive.
you know that.
Yeah. Oh, so guess how many CDs we sold? We had, so here, imagine it. There's 5,000 people in this venue, right?
Right.
This adoring crowd.
10.
Less.
What? People don't buy CDs.
We sold 5 CDs.
Oh, of you guys?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure Jackson
What about the
sold a
Jackson
lot.
Brown CDs?
They were nice to let us sell ours.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm sure they sold a lot of Jackson Brown CDs.
But no, I
we're-
would not take this personally. I bet they didn't sell that many Jackson Brown CDs either because people don't listen to CDs that much anymore.
Exactly.
Like, we do,
They
but
probably buy hats more and stuff like that, like things that
Right.
have...
well, everybody's already just downloaded the music. They download it.
We didn't have any hats. We didn't have any water bottles. We just had actually the CDs. But that's just funny.
Doesn't Patrick put stuff on little thumb drives? That seems to be kind of popular.
I don't know. I just know. I don't warm up to that. It's it's just one approach. I have not taken it yet. It's so unfriendly to me.
Okay.
But,
oh my God, there's a wedding at my house tomorrow.
yeah, got to man up.
I was on my way out to come here. I was pounding in the wedding signs at the intersections that I always do. This was on my list to do. I left John with his list as I was gone, and I said, all right, I'm going to go to the radio station, and I'm going to put the wedding signs in at once. Haha, look at me go. But as I started to pound the first one in, I was pounding the grade stake, and it has the little wooden arrow with the fancy writing on it that says wedding. And the wooden arrow snapped off.
Oh,
when you try to screw things into grade stakes, they don't stay. They just break.
Right.
So as I was pounding it with the hammer into the ground, it just broke.
Ugh.
So I just left it lying on the ground. So now I don't really get to check that off my list when I get home.
I see. It's kind of what happened to me.
I'm all about checking things off my list. I make little boxes and everything to fill in next to the chore.
There's a lot of stuff with weddings. And when you're in charge of somebody else's wedding, you got to really go.
And this one has more stuff because it's
thing.
the first one of the year. Like, I've got to Windex the pigeon crap off the windows. Like, I won't have to do that maybe later in the year, but I got to do it today.
Nice. Well, at least it's a nice day.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't mind doing that on a day like today.
Okay. Yeah, I think that'll be okay.
So you're going to have a nice time. Just put on some nice music.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll do.
Speaking of music.
Is it time again?
This always happens to us at the 40-minute mark. We're like, oh my gosh, how could
I feel like we just played something.
Yeah, I know. I do too. I don't know even what we talked about. It's like when people ask us, what did you talk about on the show? And I have no idea after the fact.
I don't either.
So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Okay. Well, what are you going to play?
This is called Prisoners of Paradise. And this is actually, I think this is Michael Oakland from like decades ago. I just kind of pulled it out of the old file. Here we go.
We're prisoners of paradise, like so many refugees, where the burnouts and the shattered hearts go to get back on their feet. And the trees seem so strong here in the blue and in the haze. I just can't tell how long it's been. I'm lost in the grave. We're prisoners of paradise, like so many refugees, where the burnouts and the shattered hearts go to get back on their feet. And the trees seem so strong here in the blue and in the haze. I just can't tell how long it's been. I'm lost in the grave.
Okay, that actually was not Michael Oakland. That was
Good job, Christina.
That was Todd Lockwood.
Stinking pie pad.
And I was singing harmony vocal, which is really funny. I haven't listened to that track in decades, literally decades. That's when
I haven't listened to it ever because I wasn't listening to it right now.
Now you don't know what I'm talking about.
I have no idea, but that's okay. I'll listen to it later when the podcast is out.
Yeah, it was back in the 80s. We were playing, me and Michael Oakland and Todd were doing a kind of a 3-person show. And
my kids can recognize your voice from any era now at this point. Just
really?
Because, and it's so funny because we have such a huge iPod. No, what am I trying to say? iTunes playlist that when I just put it on shuffle, so it shuffles through thousands and thousands of songs. So all your albums are in there somewhere, and as they come on, and I never think that they'll recognize maybe some of the really older ones where your voice is so much higher.
Yeah.
But they do.
That's so interesting. You know, I realized why we call it the Pie Pod and the Pie Pad. Because it's an Apple product, like apple pie. Ah. That's why it sounds right to say Pie Pod or Pie Pad.
Kind of does.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know.
Wow. You're so smart.
Yeah, you get this vision of oven mitts.
Kind of,
right?
Yeah. And cinnamony,
let's take the Pie Pad out of the
You can actually,
oven.
My brother-in-law, Jim, I think this is a true story, if I'm remembering it correctly. Something happened with one of his iPads pads or something, and he looked online to figure out how to fix it. And it said that you could like cook it in the oven and it will like resolder some of the things. So he put, I think, maybe it was like a laptop, but I'm pretty sure it was a iPad. He put it in his oven and he cooked it for a little while. And then when it got hot enough, some of the electronics like resoldered back together.
You could totally wreck something like that.
I know. He was really afraid, but it fixed it.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
I thought so.
Yeah. So I just wanted to tell you that I wore stripes at the show.
What? I didn't see you wear stripes.
Yeah. I thought you'd be
No,
kind
you
of...
didn't.
I thought
No, you didn't.
I thought you'd be...
No,
really
you didn't. You had like
mad
you
at
had a
me.
burgundy looking shirt on.
Yeah, it was actually subtly striped.
What?
I got it down at Listen.
Was it just texture stripes?
No, they were real stripes.
I didn't see any stripes. It just
But
looked
I just
plain
wanted
burgundy.
to prove
it
the
looks
theory
nice.
that you can wear something striped and it's okay. Like you can go in public with stripes, the horizontal stripes.
If you can't even see the stripes, of course it's okay.
Yeah. Well, I spent a lot of time at the thrift store picking that out.
It looked really nice. I liked it. I thought it was a good choice. I totally approved of your fashion scheme.
It was the best I could come up with. It's sort of
good.
hard. I just thought, well, I'm going to wear jeans. I'm going to wear something black. And then I put on something black and I looked like so awful. I thought, you don't want to look that bad. So you better go to the thrift store and get something that's a little off black.
Burgundy is now off black.
Well, kind of. It was black and burgundy stripes.
It just looks burgundy in pictures. I liked it a lot.
Good. I pulled it off then, man.
Sweet.
Thanks.
Good job.
I spent $36 down at the thrift store. That's kind of a lot. But the guy, he threw, you know how sometimes they throw stuff in by accident? If something's on the counter, the guy thought that I was buying this sieve. You know those big conical sieves that you might smush something through?
Yeah.
That ended up in my bag with my shirts. So I came home and I had this
Probably
big
was somebody else's
sieve. I know. I felt bad. I think it was somebody else had put it on the counter. But
I got really mad at one of the Listen stores once.
Yeah, I didn't.
Of sort of a similar situation.
I didn't need that. I didn't need a sieve.
But it was the opposite. They put it in somebody else's bag, and I didn't get it, even though I paid for it.
Oh, that's more of a bummer.
I found like the high lace up classic LL Bean boots that I love, like, and the kind that lace up high, like to your knees.
Oh wow!
Like the awesome ones that cost so much money on their website now because the hipsters are wearing them. But I wanted to wear them for like real purposes.
Yeah.
And I put them, and they were like $4 or something. And I put them on, and I'd gotten so much stuff because I think I was school shopping or something for the kids. So he was throwing everything in these big bags down below the counter. And then I took like these 2 huge garbage bags away. And when I got home, there was no boots. And I saw them on my little receipt, and I called them and I said, "Oh, did you forget to put the boots in?" And he was like, "I don't know what you're talking about."
Oh, that's so lame.
I know.
I'm sorry.
It's the one that got away.
Someday you will find the boots of your dreams.
I have a lot of boots, so I shouldn't be complaining. I just really liked those.
Yeah. I asked Freya.
I'm a size 6 in case anybody has any of those that they don't want anymore.
Good to know. I'm a 9.
Your feet look so... I don't understand. Your feet look like the same size as mine or smaller. Like you look like you have small feet. Are you sure you're not just thinking of the number upside down?
Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah.
Mine just seems
like,
larger, and you don't have large feet.
I know it sounds big.
Do you just like a lot of room in your shoes? Are you really like a 7 and you just like them big?
I started out life as an 8. And then I became an 8.5. And now 9 is more comfortable, but it's a little big. So I
figured it was a little big.
Yeah, so I have a new health plan.
Okay.
I have to drink 4 different things to improve my neurological condition. So the first thing is
Any 4?
No.
Oh.
No.
Sorry. I was like, wow, that's weird.
I have to drink 4 things. Yeah, whiskey and wine and gin and tonics and
checking.
Margaritas.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a great health plan.
Health plan, yeah.
No, actually, the first thing is broth of braised arugula. It's easy to make. You just boil the water and then you
broth of braised arugula.
Yeah, then you.
It's ridiculous.
Oh, stop! It's good. It's really
Who
yummy.
told you to eat this?
This is my medical advisor.
I can't go see her then.
Okay, number 2.
I don't want braised
clove.
arugula.
How do you like clove water? What about that? Essence
No.
of clove.
Not happening.
16 ounces of water.
Can you mix them together?
The water and the essence of clove.
The cloves and the
you wouldn't.
arugula.
No.
I'm just saying, can you dump them
that's
all into
truly
some sort
disgusting.
of smoothie base?
No, you can't. You have to
They have to be
you have to
four different.
swish in your mouth. You swish it in your mouth because you have so many nerves in your mouth, and all the good qualities of these substances will then be absorbed into your brain. And so the next number 3, okay, I'm going to give you a spelling quiz because number 3 is very hard to say.
Okay.
Should I say it or spell it? Let's do the reverse spelling quiz. I'm going to spell it. ACAI. How would you say that? This is a berry. It's a tropical berry from the rainforest.
Acai?
Oh my gosh, you're close. It's like acai. Acai. How can
I see it all the time because my son likes those berries when they're chocolate covered. There's a package you can buy of SAI. Berry, chocolate covered ASAI berries.
No, it's ACAI.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Acai.
Oh, I just put an S there?
Yeah, maybe I said S.
No, I don't think you did. I'm just
Sometimes
dumb.
I don't know what comes out of my brain.
I don't.
So I've got the juice of the acai berry
Acai berry.
that I am taking.
See, that's probably palatable. Is that a word?
Palatable.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I don't know actually. I haven't tried it yet. And then
It's a berry. How bad could it be?
well, it could be bad. There's a lot of berries that are poisonous. So there's some
I don't think
bad
it's
ones
poisonous.
out there.
As long as it's not poisonous, it's probably not. Berries
Okay.
are generally delicious.
Well, I'll let you know how it goes.
Okay.
And then number 4 is a mineral supplement liquid called Flora Vital.
Oh, that sounds bad. That sounds like it comes out of a fish tank.
I think it tastes bad. That one I think tastes bad.
Yeah,
But it's so good for you.
I don't like the.
You have to just buck up.
These things all sound,
You have to buck up.
other than the berry one.
See, we're all used to just popping pills that just go down, but you know, it's a really...
So what? You have to swish with all these, and
Yeah,
then
you
you have
gotta
to like
swish and
swallow your
swallow.
old stinky
Swish and-
swish.
It's not your
juice.
stinky swish.
You're
Don't say that about my swish.
It's like getting a mouthful of spit and then swallowing it. I
No,
mean,
it is not.
technically
It's like
that's
drinking a
fine,
glass of
obviously, because you
something.
do it all day long when you're swallowing, but it's like a lot at once.
Man, you know, I'm
All right.
just going to go back to
it's been
drinking
mouth-warmed.
whiskey. That's easier.
Mouth-warmed. You're swallowing mouth-warmed stuff.
I was so tempted to drink whiskey yesterday.
Oh, you can't.
I know.
Not yet.
But I was
It's not
really
time yet.
tempted because I just felt like, you know, you do some big thing like, you know,
Like
we
put a thorn through your foot.
yeah, that and stuff. Everything that happened this week. And I just
Yeah.
thought, man, I deserve a shot of whiskey.
No,
But
not
I-
yet.
no.
You have to wait a
I
little
didn't.
bit more.
I do have to wait a little bit longer. That's fine.
Soon, though. It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, I thought you'd like my health plan. I think it's good. Oh, and then I have
Love it.
some things I have to like do
Like,
to connect to the higher
Do you
power.
have to like hum while you
no.
sit in a certain
No,
way?
but I have to do some top level prayer, which I think
God.
I can tackle that.
I think,
I'm okay with prayer.
okay.
You know, my way. I have to do it my way. Nobody's
Right.
going to tell me how to do it. Like
That's
I
a
have my
song, I
special
think.
little way of doing it, which I think is cool, which is
Yeah.
fun. It's got to be fun prayer.
Right.
Can't have
okay.
like boring old stale kind of prayer. So anyway, so I got some of that to do. And there was one other thing. Oh, what was the other thing? It was something else.
Yeah. Probably didn't matter.
Yeah.
Like,
It doesn't matter. It matters
just
if you
saying,
make it matter. It's just about
probably eliminated.
It's about being
your-
conscious about your health and your
your-
healing, and just like being there, showing up for it.
Arugula, spit,
Oh, stop.
swisher.
I'm going to serve you some of this stuff. That
Oh my
You're
God.
gonna like it.
I'm not going to like it.
You love braised arugula. You just can't admit it.
Braised arugula. Oh my God.
Okay. Whatever.
Why are they trying to make it sound like fancy restaurant talk? I hate it when you go into a fancy restaurant and they're like, caramelized blah, 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 with braised blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I said
And then they
that.
mix all the weird stuff together and they have to have some ridiculous adjective of how it's prepared to make you think, like, why don't they just say cooked?
I said that
that's
like
silly.
three weeks ago on the show. I said the exact same thing.
Right.
So you can't pawn that off as your original thought.
Well, I've been thinking that for years, though, too. I
I thought
agreed
about
with
it
you.
before you thought about it.
Just because you were born first doesn't mean
It
anything.
means a lot of superiority.
I don't know.
Yes, it does.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Fine, I'll give it to you, but
All right.
oh, my poor child had to practice slow dancing with me last night because he promised some girl he would dance with her, but he didn't know how to Because I'm a dance teacher and I've taught my kids to dance, and my kids can dance, but they don't dance the way that kids dance now. All the kids do now is like hook their arms around each other's like necks and then rock back and forth in a really awkward way. So they're like stuffed face to face.
Ew.
And I was like, why can't you just dance the way that you know how to dance? Like, the regular way.
Why do they have to do it that way?
Because all the other kids are doing it. If he tried to do some like fancy thing, they would think he was weird.
Jeez.
So he has to pretend, he has to like lower himself to dance this way, which I was disgusted. But I know I've seen them dance that way, so we practice. But he's really worried about it because when you're doing real dancing, like there's not time to have to worry about talking and having an awkward conversation because you're dancing and you're having fun and you're spinning the person around and stuff. But if you're just rocking back and forth, like 1 inch back and forth, while stuck with like a person's face 7 inches from your face, you probably have to make some conversation.
God.
So that's the other thing we had to practice. We had to talk about like, conversation topics when you're 13 years old. So
what did you practice? What did you say?
I was like, well, you can ask about, I don't know, pets maybe, or what people have for pets, music. Those are good topics.
Ask her if she has any clown paintings.
Run from that girl.
Because you want to know that right off.
Yeah. Just
you don't want to let it go too far.
Jeez,
I mean, you could get probably, if she says yes, just be polite, get through the dance.
Right.
And that's it after that.
Yeah.
Like, don't leave and don't turn back.
But the little brother was like snickering while we were practicing this, and it'll be his turn someday.
Ick. I don't know.
Stuff,
let's just all go hiking.
Yeah, that
like why don't they just hike instead of having a dance?
I don't know.
They really don't need those dances.
No, I think they
just don't.
They're
something
too
wrong
little for some of the stuff.
Yeah, they just need to go on a nice hike and have a bonfire. Bonfires are nice and drink whiskey.
No, they don't need to drink whiskey.
Okay, I know. I'm just kidding. I'm not promoting it. I just was trying to be stupid. Okay, we have to. I am stupid. I don't even have to try. Okay. We're going to go out on something called Smokin Grass. No, that's
Don't
the band.
try this at home, kids.
The band name is Smokin Grass.
Sure it is.
I don't know what the track is. #1 track on an anonymous playlist.
Wait, we have to go now?
Yeah, we do.
Did we do all the things we were supposed to do? Like thank people?
Well, it's too late now.
And not...
You can't... Don't even try to spend the last minutes thanking sponsors because
I think we did.
If you didn't do it by now...
And I don't think we endorsed them. I think we maybe anti-endorsed them, which is maybe also not allowed.
Oh, jeez.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, okay.
We'll do better next time.
All right. So we are 11th Hour Radio.
11thhourradio.com. Go find us and subscribe to everything because we need your subscriptions, people.
Yeah, subscribe to us. We have some fun stuff on our website that's just, few little things. God, we're inarticulate.
Shut us off quickly.
Okay,
what are you going to go out with?
We're going to go out on track of music called Smoke. Oh, I don't know what it's called.
We don't know. Whatever. It's a track of music.
Track #1. See you next week.
Have a great weekend.
Job that I didn't like much. Had a hot rod pickup that no one could touch. Well, I used to have a wife, but she left me one day. Now I'm drinking my troubles away. I got a $2 bill in my pocket. I got 2 quarters and a Canadian dime. But that's more than enough to buy another shot of tequila with salt and lime. But that's more than enough to buy another shot with salt and lime. Job that I didn't like much.